Hello everyone, welcome to Dikshant classes. Today I am going to discuss about the resident Indians and liberalized remittance schemes. Resident Indians. A person resident in India is defined under Section 2, subsection 5 of fema Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 as bearing few exceptions. A person residing in India for more than 182 days during the course of proceeding financial year. Any person or body corporated, registered or incorporated in India and an office branched or agency in India uh, owned or controlled by a person resident outside India. An office, branch or agency outside India owned and controlled by the person resident in India. Next is liberalized remittance schemes. This is a scheme of the Reserve Bank of India introduced in the year 2004. Its regulations are provided under the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. Under this, the schemes, all resident individuals, including minors, are allowed to freely remit up to US dollar 2,50,000 per financial year, April to March, for permissible current or capital account transaction or a combination of both. Under the liberalized remittance schemes, individual can make remittances for the overseas education, medical treatment, travel, maintenance to relatives, living abroad, gifting and donations. Not eligible. This scheme is not eligible for or available to corporations, partnership firms, Hindu undivided family, trust, etc. Overall, the summary of this liberalized remittance scheme is the scheme is launched by RBI in the year 2004 and its regulations comes under the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 and under this scheme all the resident individuals including minors are freely remit up to 2,50,000 US dollars every financial year for any current or capital account transactions. Under the liberalized remittance schemes, individual can make remittances for the overseas education, medical treatment, traveling, maintenance to relatives living abroad, gifting and donations, and the scheme is not available to the corporation, partnership firms, Hindu undivided family trusts, etc. Next is adjudication and appeals. Under Section 13, subsection 1 of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 provide for imposing penalties by adjudicating authorities. If any aggrieved person want to file appeals before the appellate authority against the order of adjudicating authorities, to his file appeal within 45 days from the date of the receipt of orders. Section 17 provides for filing appeal against the order of adjudicating authority to special director within 45 days of the order made by the adjudicating authorities. Central government may establish appellate tribunals to hear appeals against the order of adjudicating authorities and the special director appeals. Any person aggrieved by any decisions or order of the appellate tribunal, he may file a appeal to the High Court within 60 days or any questions of the law arising in order. Next is Enforcement Directorate. It is a multidisciplinary organization mandated with the task of the enforcing the provision of two special fiscal laws, the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 FEMA and Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 PMLA. Historical background. The origin of the Directorate goes back to 1st May 1956 when the enforcement unit was formed in the Department of Economic Affairs for the handling exchange control law violations under Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1947, fera for 1947. In the year 1957, this unit was renamed as Enforcement Directorate. The administrative control of the Directorate was transferred from Department of Economic Affairs to the Department of Revenue in 1960. For a short period of 4 years, 1973 to 1977, the Directorate also remained under the administrative jurisdiction of the Department of Personal and Administrative Reforms. Next is power of FEMA. Its prime objective is the enforcement of the two key acts of the Government of India, namely Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 and Prevention of Money Laundering Act PMLA 2002. FEMA empowered the director and assistant directors of Enforcement Directorate to exercise the power of investigation of any contravention that may occur under 1999. It means that FEMA empowering the directors and assistant directors of the Enforcement Directorate to investigate for any contravention that may occur under FEMA. The Directorate enforced two laws. FEMA is a civil law having a quasi-judicial powers for investigating suspecting contravention of the exchange control laws and regulation with the power to impose penalty on those adjudged guilty. Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 is a criminal law where the officers are empowered to conduct inquiries to locate provisionally attached considered assets derived from the act of the schedules offences beside arresting and prosecuting the money launderers. Next is criminal means prisoner. Next is compositions. Beside directly recruiting personnel to the Directorate, also draw officers from the different investigating agency via custom and central excise, income tax, police, etc. on deputations. Next is the difference between Foreign Exchange Regulation Act and Foreign Exchange Management Act. And then an act promulgated to regulate payments and foreign exchange in India is fera. FEMA is an initiative to facilitate Foreign Exchange Management Act. An act initiated to facilitate external trade and payments to promote the orderly management of the foreign exchange market in the country. Enactment old FERA 1974, FEMA 1999 is new. Number of section 81 under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Acted. Now it's FEMA is 49. FERA is introduced when the foreign exchange reserves were low, and FEMA is introduced when the foreign exchange position was satisfactory. Then the approach toward foreign exchange transaction and the foreign exchange regulation is rigid, means only strict, and FEMA is flexible. The basis for determining the residential status is citizenship, and more than 6 months stay in India. FERA violation is criminal offence, where FEMA violation is civil offence. Punishment for contraventions. Under Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, the punishment for contravention imprisonment, directly imprisoned. Under the Foreign Exchange Management Act, it is fined or penalties or imprisonment if fine is not paid in the stipulated time. Thank you so much for listening carefully. If you have any doubt, any query, you can comment it. I will surely make videos. Thank you so much.